Hi, hello, I'm Sam Harrison. I read, review and discuss fantasy and science fiction books. Today we are going through chapter 56 of volume 1 of The Wandering Inn. So, this is the penultimate chapter before what I've been told is kind of the big epic set of chapters. The H reference chapters, I assume horns, that's my guess. And this is another Erin chapter. So this one had some interesting moments in it. Probably not going to be too long of a video, simply because I don't feel like there's too much to discuss. A lot of this chapter was like a fight scene, and it's fun because like the fight scenes are really interesting and energetic to read, and I do enjoy them. But basically, you know, when it comes back to the reading the thing, you're like, well, it was a fight thing, so I read it. So it starts off with Torrin trying to learn how to cook and starting a kitchen fire, so that's fun. And then Erin makes everyone pancakes, which exist in World. I don't know whether have we found out whether they had pasta first or whether Erin kind of invented pasta. We'll have to look into it. So, yeah, they're talking about how everyone has some inbuilt mana, and it's Erin's mana that is running Torrin. I've got a theory here, guys. Now, my theory, right, is that humans from our world have like an abundance of mana, which is what makes them important. So that's why Ryoka can run insane distances faster than anyone else without using any levels. It's why Erin can do all the things she does, like level up so quickly and stuff like that. So that's my theory, is that people from our world have insane levels of mana, and that is kind of the catalyst for why these characters are important. So that that's also why Torrin is the first skeleton that can level. I don't know whether they've discussed that it's like something that hasn't been done before. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it hasn't been done before, because I'm sure that's what Pisces got kicked out of university for. So then they see the rock crab, and Erin shows them how the seed pods work, and they're all terrified because they've been drinking the juice, and she's like, no, like, I know how it's safe. I think that's it, because she's got her danger sense skill. And then where else do we go? So they go to the Adventurers Guild, and we find out that they've recruited a few people for the delve into the mines, or whatever, ruins. They're calling ruins, aren't we? Not mines. And interestingly, at the end of this section of the chapter, Olazum, who is the Drake, who is the level 24 tactician, so very high level. I think that's high. He wants to join them, wants to sign up and join them, so that's fun to bring that character into the horns section, into the ruins with them. I do feel like the Olazum is kind of on the chopping block, like he could definitely die, because he's not like super important to the plot currently, but maybe this is where Pirate makes them important to the plot. We find out that there's a messenger in town that has been that is working for Magnolia, and has been trying to get people's attention, but nobody cares because he's human, and Liskorians don't really care for human society or human issues, and so he's been kind of ignored. But then we also find out that Magnolia fought in the Antinium Wars, and she freed Liskor from a siege, or did something with Liskor, and so she's extremely popular there. She's like the only human that any of them care about, which is funny. But that also kind of might put Ryoka on the back foot when she's coming to Liskor, because if she's trying to escape Magnolia and everyone's like, no, we like Magnolia's a hero to us, we actually care about what she does, that would be harder for Ryoka to avoid her there. And then okay, So let's have a look. Yeah, and then so this is the majority of this chapter here is like a fight or training session, I guess, with Calruz and Erin and Torrin. Torrin is doing some fighting here, and this is one of his big things that he talked about in his kind of mental POV previously, is that he really wanted to fight more so that he could get more better at fighting. And this is obviously his opportunity. And then Erin kicks Calruz in the balls, which is funny. Let's have a look. Erin seems to learn how to fight very quickly, and this is the thing that we've observed, that she learns new skills very quickly, she levels very quickly, and she actually learns a skill at the end of the chapter, like a capital S skill, and she beats Torrin in a fight, and Torrin also knows what he's doing because he's like a level 1 skeleton warrior. So very interesting. I would like to see more about more about Torrin, really. I think the most interesting thing in the most recent set of chapters is Torrin and what's going on with him. Them, I guess, maybe, actually. Also, great reference here to a character called Crossbow Stan, and that's a very dumb name, and I'm very here for it. And this is where Olism joins. So there's another like section where they talk about crossbows, and then Olism joins. And then we go back to the training session. This is where Erin kicks him in the balls, and everyone goes, "That's very funny." And Calruz isn't particularly hype on it. Erin serves them all some pasta, and then they talk a little bit about how healing works. So apparently healing in world has kind of a limit, where eventually the body just doesn't want to be healed and kind of shuts down. So one assumes that that's coming up. And mana potions and alcohol don't mix, so that's something to remember, I'm sure. And then Geriel takes some acid from Erin and puts it in his pack to take with him. So yeah, interesting. She's not particularly jazzed about being half decent at fighting, but I would imagine that we're going to gain some fighting levels over the delve down into these ruins. Really looking forward to the next chapter. I'm currently reading The Will of the Many by James Islington, but I'm kind of tempted to try and finish that fairly quickly because I've got like 400 pages left, which is like 2 or 3 days. And then just binge the rest of The Wandering Inn. I had said that I really wanted to get this finished, this volume finished by the end of June, and life has kind of gotten in the way. Obviously, new baby coming home has meant that my schedule has changed quite a bit, and I'm now kind of getting back into the swing of things at work, having finished my paternity leave yesterday. But my office is a literal mess. And there's stuff everywhere, and so I haven't had as much time for reading, and I didn't want to binge Wandering Inn when I was still reading The Will of the Many. So yeah, we'll get onto that though eventually, I'm still planning on finishing The Wandering Inn Volume 1 in June. You guys might not see all the videos in June, but I should be finished with the reading of it in June, and I'll pre-record a few episodes, I expect. But yeah, great chapter in terms of just some good times spent with some good characters, and looking forward to the next set, the kind of climax of the whole book, which has been a long time coming. It's been since November last year, I think. I wanted to say that we started this journey. So if you've been following along, it's been a few months, and I hope you've enjoyed this video series. It is going to continue. I'll be going straight into Volume 2 as soon as I finish Volume 1. As I've said previously, I've got the ebooks and the audiobook for Volume 2, just to it'll be easier for me to read than that. I can, for example, listen to all the listen to all of listen to volume 2 chapters while like driving to work and things like that. So it's a lot easier for me to split time between reading audiobooks than it is to find time to sit down and read off the website, which seems weird, but it actually is. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today, and if you have liked this video, please give it a like. If you have anything you want to chat about in terms of this chapter, please remember no future spoilers. You can also discuss previous chapters, but drop down below into the comments and we can have a chat about it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you're notified when all these videos go live, as we've got new Wandering Inn content every single week. Thanks so much for watching, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow.